saw the phoenix gently fixing Mia's hair. Mia was spinning around him like a happy little girl, placing a crown of wildflowers on his head. Something inside me snapped. No one could watch their own sacrifices get trampled on like that. I poured everything into the celestial phoenix, until the night of his rat. He crept into my like a female of his kind. In my past life, I chose that pure-blood celestial phoenix, only to end up doing it all for Mia, betrayed and abandoned by the divine bird. I died in the jaws of abyss beasts. I could only watch. He shielded Mia with his golden wings and flew away. He never looked back. This life? I'll give the divine bird to her. She can trouble herself with taming that stupid bird. Every 10 years, the Order holds the Spirit Pact ceremony for its core knights. I was the daughter of the former commander. My magic aptitude was unmatched. Naturally, I got the first pick. The spirit beasts were captured from all over the realm. Their talents varied wildly. The absolute crown jewel was the celestial phoenix. A glowing magic collar was locked around his neck. He looked down on us senior knights with pure disgust. The high priest decreed it. He assigned this divine bird to me, but the arrogant bird refused to come near me until Mia stepped forward, holding a dying obsidian drake. The divine bird actually lowered his noble head to her. That little drake was a reject, left over from the other knights. Mia had just joined the order. She could have waited for the next batch to pick a healthy beast, but instead, she forced her way into ours. A spirit pact isn't a game. It's choosing who you live and die with. On a normal day, people might coddle her, but at a moment that would decide all our futures, no one was going to indulge her.
Your magical foundation is far too weak. Even if the celestial phoenix favors you now, you could never control his massive mana.
Anna, I know I don't have the right to compete with you. It's just, I grew up in the countryside. I've never seen such a magnificent divine bird before. I snatched the dying drake. I rather like this obsidian drac. Since the phoenix refuses to acknowledge me, I might as well grant their wish. I'll swap with Mia.
Anna, your magic aptitude is unmatched. This drake's bloodline is a mess.
Keep the phoenix. Leave that dying reject to Mia.
But I knew exactly what I was doing. That celestial phoenix was absolutely worthless. I'm Anna. I grew up in the Order of the Sacred Tree. When I was 7, monsters killed my parents. The Archmish saved me. He took me in as his protege. It played out exactly like this in my past life. That arrogant bird refused to bond with me. As the Archmaster's protege, I thought I had to set an example. I poured countless elixirs and high-tier materials into him. The Order's resources weren't enough. I took dangerous guild missions and hunted down feral monsters to afford his elixirs. I'd come back bleeding, and he wouldn't even look at me. He only cared about the herbs, snatching them like I owed him. I spent 10 whole years helping him break past his beast form to take human form. His human form was breathtaking, almost godlike, but he refused to speak a single word to me. He only spoke when he needed me to hunt for more materials, ordering me around like a servant. I was an absolute idiot. I excused his attitude. I thought one day I would finally win him over. Until one day, I returned from a mission, and I saw the phoenix gently fixing Mia's hair. His cold eyes was completely soft, full of pure adoration. Mia was spinning around him like a happy little girl, placing a crown of wildflowers on his head. Something inside me snapped. No one could watch their own sacrifices get trampled on like that.
Anna, stop asking Mia to look after your phoenix when you're away.
Wait, what? I never once told her to do that.
But the minute you're gone, she runs straight to him. She literally told everyone you begged her to watch him.
My vision went black. I was there bleeding for his resources, and she was back home, stealing all the credit? Where is her own bonded beast? What gives her the right to lay claim to mine?
You mean her obsidian dragon? It died in the 2nd year after its mana went out of control.
Everything clicked. For 10 years, I coddled the phoenix. I never forced a spirit pot on him. Mia's bonded beast was dead. All she needed was the next ceremony. Then, she could take him from me. What an absolute joke I was. A decade of my blood and sweat, all of it just to lift her up. I wasn't some gentle, forgiving heroine. From that day on, I made her life a living hell on missions. I was jealous. I hated her for stealing him right under my nose. My revenge completely enraged the phoenix. To punish me, he lured me into the mountains and shattered the ancient seal. The monsters flooded out. Among them was the ancient Abysman dragon, carrying an ancient feral curse. The entire order suffered a devastating blow. The phoenix was impossibly fast. He could have easily flown me to safety, but when the monster's teeth crushed my legs, I looked back in desperation. I only saw him spreading his golden wings, shielding Mia in his arms, flying away without a single look back. This life. I'll just sit back and watch. Without my resources, let's see how long it takes him to shift. Good luck feeding that bottomless pit with her pathetic manner. When he saw I wouldn't budge, the high priest finally gave in. The phoenix clung desperately to Mia's feet. Even several senior knights couldn't drag him away. Afraid of injuring him, the high priest ordered the spirit pot array to be activated. Once the spirit pot array activates, the spirit beast must obey its master. Any resistance triggers a severe mana backlash. The magic of the array startled the drake in my hands. With his last ounce of strength, the frail drake coiled around my arm, terrified I'd abandon him. Mia got the celestial phoenix. She was immensely smug. It seems Anna and this drag truly have a special destiny. The sheer hypocrisy was nauseating.
Shut it, Mia. You're only holding that bird because Anna let you. Seriously. You should be on your knees thanking her. Oh, don't bother. Here come the fake tears. Is crying literally your only trick? You're embarrassing the whole order.
The phoenix couldn't stand seeing them tear into her. He thrust inside the array, unleashing a furious cry, but his little tantrum wasn't going to change a thing. Once the pact is forged, the spirit beast must share its master's mana. Mia had barely mastered the most basic spells. Her mana pool was pathetically small. It was time for his first real taste of mana starvation. Suffer through it. You'll get used to the pain eventually. The obsidian drac coiled around my arm and realized I wasn't pushing him away. He finally dropped his guard. Then he finally passed out.
Wolves, lions, serpents, bears, and eagles. My fake sister Cynthia clung to Alpha Silas, my ex, and mocked me.
Looks like my dear sister was very popular in the wasteland. 8 bastard pups to prove it.
I calmly straightened the pups' clothes without even looking up. None of them knew these 8 pups were heirs to the royal bloodlines of wolves, lions, serpents, bears, and eagles. My traitor brother Jax furiously grabbed my jaw, nearly crushing it, and shoved me roughly to the ground.
Sister, Simus and I truly love each other. You lost control at the ceremony back then. We only exiled you for the family's honor.
I scoffed, shoved her hand away. Silas stared darkly at the children, his face twisting by the second.
Kill these little bastards, and I'll take you back. That's my final mercy.
Winola must have been abused by rogues in the wasteland. She's out of her mind. Sister, once these bastards are dead, you can come home with us.
Little Wolf Kale's eyes flashed silver as he fiercely shielded me.
I'm not going back.
Instantly, Silas thrust his sword at Soren, the youngest bear cub. I reached out to block it, only to get slapped by my brother.
Are you crazy, bitch?
I wiped my bleeding lip and stepped firmly in front of the kids. 8 years ago, they carved out my family mark and left me in the wasteland to die. Cynthia Merrill. They wanted to slaughter the 8 future kings I trained with my seer power right before my eyes. Seeing me shield the pups, Jax raised his hand for another slap. I caught his wrist and hurled him back with all my strength. I yanked the golden pup.
Open your damn eyes, Silas! He is the Shadow Moon Royal Heir! Let that sword fall, and watch their elite warriors tear your pack to shreds.
Cynthia slapped me again, shoved me down, and stepped on my fingers.
Winna, you actually dare pass this trash off as a royal wolf?
Jax stood aside.
Enough, Winona. A wolfless trash like you dares to spout such lies?
Silas drew his sword at his waist.
You have 15 minutes. Prove who they are, or I slaughter them all.
Cynthia leaned lazily against Silas, teasingly tracing his Adam's apple as she eyed me with disdain.
Let's play a little game. Just waiting around is so dull. Let's spare Winona's life. Just one little slash.
She snatched Silas's sword and charged straight at me. Flashed through my fingers. Mia, the serpent pup, threw herself before me.
Don't hurt her!
Then the lion and eagle pups immediately stepped up. Cynthia went deathly pale, stumbling back in terror.
What the hell are these freaks?
Pushing myself up, I frantically hugged the pups before they went feral. In the next flash, I was slumped in a pool of my own blood.
Just admit they're rogue Mongols, Winona, and I'll make it stop.
Cynthia's twisted laughter rang in my ears.
Stop! Who are you people?
Blood-soaked Fenris scrambled to his knees before me, trembling as he pressed his hands to my stomach wound.
Winona, the wasteland. Massive shifter riots. They've cut off every way out.
That meant every messenger I had sent was trapped, and no one was coming to stop this execution. Silas dismissively tossed a silver blade at my feet.
Do it yourself, Winona, or you die.
Fenris? Weren't you banished from Thorn 15 years ago? And now you're slumming it in the wasteland with Winona?
Go! Find the alpha of the Red Moon Pack.
Only the Red Moon Pack could rival the House of Thorn. They were my last hope. But before he could even take a single step, Fenris was stabbed by Silas, tumbling into the mud. Jax flicked his hand. Silver chains instantly bound Fenris's limbs, hoisting pierced his body.
Stop!
Cynthia seized my jaw. The silver blade pressed against my stomach again.
Still trying to save these little mongrels?
Staring at the pools of blood, Jax forcibly pulled the frenzied Cynthia away, mustering my last ounce of strength.
I'm saving them. But I'll die before I go back with you.
Those words enraged Jax. Snatching the silver blade, he slashed me 4 final times.
Wait. She's pregnant? Carrying a beast spawn?
Silas turned instantly livid, landing a vicious kick into the stone pillar. Seizing the opening to air.
What about the mute girl?
Her? Don't even put her in the same sentence as you.
I pressed my hand to save a dying rogue named Ryder. I used a life-binding spell to tie our lives together. The price was my voice. Unless he chooses me as his mate, the curse will drain my life away. Then came his birthday banquet. Everyone assumed he'd choose me, even I believed it.
You're the only one worthy of me.
What about the mute girl?
Her? Don't even put her in the same sentence as you.
I pressed my hand over my mouth. The pain hit me like a blade to the chest. My wolf screamed. The life-binding spell tightened around my throat like a rope, and I couldn't breathe. She was getting weaker. So was I. The life-binding spell. It was feeding on me. That was the price of saving Ryder. The mute girl. That is what they called me. He had no idea I lost my voice for him. Are you sure about this? Accepting a mate bond with the Northern Alpha? If you leave, he'll be devastated. He'll find out eventually. The faster, the better. I just wanted out of here. Alive or dead, I didn't care anymore. I gathered everything Ryder ever gave me. Jewels, all of it. I was going to give it back. A gemstone ring, silver earrings, a pearl necklace, every single piece engraved in the same elegant cursive, Ryder and Evelyn, his name and mine. He'd given them to me when we first returned to the pact together. This is too much. I can't accept this. I signed frantically.
You deserve the best.
He clasped the pearl necklace around my neck before I could stop him. In the mirror, he looked so stunning, so gentle. My heart wouldn't slow down. Back then, I thought it meant something. I thought it meant, I choose you. But now he'd thrown me away. His words echoing, that lowly mute. He'd chosen Freya, and soon the spell I cast to save him would finish off what was left of me. Dead girls don't need jewelry. I carried the jewelry box down the hallway. Whispers trailed behind me. Why didn't the Alpha pick her? She's way prettier than Freya. Doesn't matter how pretty you are if you can't even speak. Then arrow. It grazed my ear and sliced across my cheek. Blood ran down my face instantly. Another inch and I'd have been dead. The jewelry box hit the ground. The pearl necklace snapped apart. Pearls scattered everywhere, like tears rolling across stone. I dropped to my knees, ignoring the gash on my face, and started collecting them one by one. That is when I saw it, the arrow, engraved on the shaft, in that same elegant cursive, Ryder and Freya. Identical.